Hello everyone and welcome. I have another project that I wanted to introduce to you that I will be doing all year this year. And I've thought in the years past, I wish I could remember all the things that I worked with in the past year. And so this project is going to help me to keep those memories of all the different textiles and yarns and threads and just every little piece of things that I use during the year to create with. And I thought, if I'd been doing that for several years, wouldn't it be fun to go back through those and look at all the ways that styles, colors, fabrics, textiles have changed through the years, or how my taste has changed through the years and the things that I wanted to use. So what I'm going to do is I did cut me a length of fabric that's, this is 4.5 inches wide, and it's about 68 inches long, but it's going to be cut in manageable small pieces as I work, and then I will reattach all of them at some point, okay? When I complete a section, then I will reattach it, and then I will cover that with something so that you won't see that from the front side. It'll be one continuous long row of things that I have used in 2024 in my design and creative process. And so I'm pretty sure, I'm confident that I can fill this up this year, but we'll see how that goes. And excuse me, allergies again. This is something that I think is just fun, and before we lose that last scrap of something, we want to put it in our memory roll. If you want to follow along, you don't have to do it in a roll. You could do it in a sampler format. You could do it in a quilt block format. You could just do it in a soft fabric book page format. However you wanted to do it. Mine, I'm going to do it in a roll, and when I get through, then I will decide what I'm going to roll it up on. And I think I would love to display it, for the next year, and just change it out year to year, and it would just be fun to look through it and to remember the projects as I see the different bits and pieces. Okay, that's what this one is going to be. I don't quite know what I'm going to name it yet, but you can see what I decided on when you get this video. It'll be in the title. So I'm also going to use bits and pieces of threads that that I have left over that I know I've been using. And I know I've used these already in a project. I have my Scrappy flower pieces here that I pulled out to use for that, and I thought I would incorporate this on this first one. And because I know I've already used these, and I do have 2 or 3 more little piles of things that I have already used that I'll be working on. And so I'm going to be working on this throughout the year, and I'll be making videos and showing you what I'm doing with mine, and I hope that this might inspire you to do the same thing and capture those memories of textiles and embellishments while you still have them before you use them all up or they get lost in the menagerie somewhere. Okay, what I want to do is I'm just going to get this one attached, and this again is not a study in beautiful embroidery. This is just a study in simple slow stitch, so I'll be doing mostly just running stitches and some blanket stitches and a few other little stitches I may throw in along the way. I am going to play with a few decorative stitches, I think, along this as I add little bits and pieces to it, but generally just utility-wise, getting it attached will be just running stitches. I will not be concentrating on getting everything perfectly color matched or anything like that. when I look at this, it will be a reminder of what I had in 2024, what I used to design and create with. And I just wish I had what I had. I'd done the same thing for 2014, 10 years ago, and I could see the difference. Wouldn't that be fun? And how things changed and what I was, working with then opposed to what I'm working with now. I thought also it would be a great thing to leave behind for my granddaughters. They could see what their grandmother and great-grandmother was working with on particular years. And so they may not always have or can find the items that I made because they go everywhere and anywhere, but they will always have a record of the items that I was working with. This is also a beginner project, great friendly beginner project, because there's nothing complicated about it, and you don't have to have a whole lot of stuff to start with, because you're basically just going to be recording what you do work with, and so that's what you already have. And as you accumulate or get something new through the year, then you can be adding it. And I'm going to try to do that also. I'm going to try to only do what I've actually worked with. That means, like, when I go thrifting and I pick up new items and they go in my stash, I'm not going to put those in this memory roll until I've actually used it. And so that's another requirement that I'm making for myself. If it hasn't been used in a project, it's not going in the memory roll for this year. I'd like to know what you're enjoying about your stitching this year so far. Have you joined some different projects or that other artisans are doing? Are you trying something new yourself? Are you trying new textiles or new patterns or new threads or just whatever you're doing? We'd like to know about it, so drop it in the comment and see you might inspire us to try what you're trying. This is a purple thread that I'm using, it's just a dark purple, so it's really making a statement itself as it's sewing these little bits and pieces on. And these videos will be more of just a visitation with you, and as I sit and stitch, maybe you will do the same. We just spend some stitching time together. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I want to jump over there and get that one down. So let's just do that for the back side. Jump over here. When I get my roll completed, I will probably then attach a backing to it, the entire roll. And when I get to that point, I'll show you how I do that and what method I use and so forth. I haven't decided yet whether I'll do it little along as I go, or wait till I'm totally done with this whole length of fabric I cut. And because if I actually end up doing more than this roll will allow me to put on, then I will have to add to the roll itself. Okay, this is one continuous piece of fabric that I cut, which I'm cutting up, but I don't work well with bulky stuff in my hands, so cutting it down to pieces I can actually use. It'd be real simple to seam it together, put it back into one roll again. It is so cold where I am right now, unusually cold for this area of the world. We are down having hard freezes at night down in the teens. I believe tomorrow night's going to be 11, which is very cold for us. And with the wind chill factor, it'll be causing a lot of havoc in our area of the world because, sad to say, people don't prepare very well. And they end up with broken water pipes and just a mess. And then if the electricity goes out or the tree limbs and things take out power lines, then you know that we aren't set up for alternative heat without electricity very well in this part of the world either. So a lot of people suffer from that. The home I'm in now, you may know that I moved during the summer of 2023 into a new home, and this one does not have a fireplace, which my home before did, so we could always have a heat like that, but now we don't. So we are in the process of putting in alternative power source, and my husband is finalizing that, so I'm not sure exactly what he's going to decide on, but some type of inverter or converter or whatever you call those things, and or generator or something that will power up the house so that we can run our furnace, and because we have an electric furnace, and give us heat. Also my cook stoves and everything. The house is all electric, so nothing in this house runs if the electricity is down. We have no natural gas or anything like that. No fireplace, no wood-burning stove. So we're just going to be cold if we don't get something. And it's really, sad because all those things are very expensive to put in. And in this area of the world, in the wintertime, we may use it twice, maybe in bad weather where we lose our electricity. And it's like a huge expense for something that it's more of a disaster type time when you use it. But we do have vicious storms that come through. We do lose electricity off and on throughout the year because of different storms. And if you're in triple degree heat, like 100, 103, something like that, and you lose your air conditioning because of electricity outage, that's a killer too. So when it's extremely cold or whatever. Okay, now I have these little elements here that I want to capture in the memory. I was using some of this, so in one project, these were my stems and my flowers. So you know what, I might just couch that down right there. That would be pretty good. Let's try some of this color thread. I don't usually let my threads get all bunched up like that, but they fell off my little holder and I didn't straighten them out, and this is what I got. So okay, straighten that out. I never get tired of hand stitching. Do you? I do get tired of machine sewing. I love it, the different things that I do that way, but I do get tired of that. But I never get tired of hand sewing. Now, my hands get tired, but I don't get tired. I could do it 24/7 if I had the time and could hold up to it and stay awake that long. But it just, and I have so many things around me to play with that they're just always nagging me to do something with them. I have the most talkative scraps you've ever heard. Do something, do something, do something with me. They're always hollering at me. I keep threatening to put them all in the closet and shut the door, but then I won't know what I've got. So they're my little companions. Okay, let me just put this down here so everything doesn't go whoppy-doodled on me. Okay, let's just couch this over. I may straight stitch it. Let's see what I want to do with it here. I think I might just straight stitch it with smaller stitches. Make sure that it catches and holds well. Because it's folded over several times, so it's not going to come unfolded. This is fun already. I'm really excited about this project. I'm so glad I'm finally doing it. I've had the thought before in the past and just haven't done it, haven't committed to doing it. And I'm one of those people, if I don't commit, I don't do it. So commitment is everything to me. If I say I'm going to do it, 99 out of 100 times I do get it done. There's always that one time that I screw up, but so if you want to get something done, commit. Commit to it. Put the time into it. You'll love yourself for it because you'll be so proud of the project that you commit to. And I want to give all of my YouTube friends who take their precious time to come here to this channel and watch my videos. I want to make sure that you guys have a variety of things to do, a reason and a purpose for doing them, and the easiest way possible to accomplish it. I have projects, for instance, my coffee table book. That is a slow stitch project, but it's quite a fabric art project too. Textile art. Those pages are very full of all kinds of things and that require textile art techniques. And so that's pretty involved. But then we have the stitch by stitch, which is a weekly thing that we're doing. That we're making as many little 4x4 slow stitch items as we can to see how many we can actually make in a year. And one lady asked me, well, why make them up? Well, I use them all the time in all kinds of things. For instance, I could put one of those right here because I've used all the things in it, obviously, for this year. And I could put one that I've already finished just on this. I could use it like that. And in my videos, I talk about different ways that I will be using them. And as I get some more constructed further into the year, I will be showing the practical uses for a lot of them that I'm going to put them to. And so we have that one, and it's super easy and super beginner friendly because they're just little 4x4s and you can do them any way you want. They're just scrappy. Okay, I want to preserve one of my little scrappy bow things here. Where should I put him? We could put him, we could give him a place right there. That'll work all right. I have some more that I will be incorporating at some point. Probably. Not that I have to use them all, but this one together on the knot side and secure that one well. So it doesn't move around on me. Okay, now we can come out here and just tack these down a little so that they don't get all destroyed. And it's okay if we do it with a different color. Again, this is just a memory roll. We're just trying to get the memories down. They don't have to be perfect. But I want to remember that I did use this technique of making these little scrappy flowers. There's one knot scrappy flowers. If you didn't catch that video, you might want to do that. And because it shows, they're just a lot of fun. And I talk about the many practical uses that you can put them to in that video, like in your gift wrapping, embellishments, and things like that. Okay. Just want to tack these so that, like I said, they're very gauzy. They are easy to fray, and I just don't want them to come all apart on me. So I'm going to sew them down a little more than I would normally want to. I used some buttons and beads already this year and things, so that I have those too that I can use for embellishments of items that I used in 2024, and I'm sure I'll be using a lot more as time goes by. And so don't forget that you can put those into your little memory roll. And yarns, ribbons, anything that you cut up or you tear, that things that you found thrifting that you put into your projects, even paper and other things that you might be using during this year. If you're junk journaling and you have some little digitals or something that you would like to put in there, just sew them in with the needle. And if you've had a little motifs that you've made or bought, different laces that you've used, decorative threads, anything that you have used in your projects that can be sewn onto this roll, I really encourage you to do that. What an exciting thing it will be to thumb back through that roll a year from now. You'll remember things and thought, wow, I forgot all about that. I really did use that. You might not remember what you used it in, but if it's in the roll, you know you used it. That's why I am making that rule for myself. If I don't use it, it's not going in the roll. Okay, guess what? I'm going to do one more stitch on the back to hold this down. Okay, I have the little bow on there, and I used some of my pre-made leaves. So how about I stick a leaf on there already? And I was thinking about if I have the items, I've already used them, and I can use them for embellishing, then those things I want to use as I go along. For instance, like the little bow and the little leaf. These were pre-made for another project that I've already done this year. And so I will use them, you know, and I have more. I could put more on here. But, you know, I could use them further on down too. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? I just think I have to do that now. Well, look there, I made work for myself. Yeah, I think that first section's going to get two. I left this unsewn so that the next piece that I bring in here, and it might be a piece of this because I have used this on another video that I haven't uploaded yet, but then I could bring that over that way like that, so you can, you know, leave little pieces hanging out that makes things flow and connect better. But that's my idea for this project for 2024 that anybody can do who is stitching or creating. They can keep the things, that little pieces of the things that they're working with, and create their memory roll for 2024. All right. Okay, I hope you like this idea because I love it. And definitely this is a staying scrap happy project, don't you think? Bye-bye.